Hey, welcome back to Bottles and Bites Without Borders, and tonight we're blinding wine, Carter.
Oh yeah.
If you guys heard the name Carter before, if you listened to the podcast, he's been around on the show, was a co-host for a period of time. Then things happen, like little family members start coming up.
Yeah.
But Carter, we're having a fun episode tonight. We're going to blind some wines. What we're doing, Carter has brought a white and a red. He's going to blind me on. I've got a white and a red that I'm going to blind him on. We're both going to look like idiots, but we're going to have fun doing it.
Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, you ready to get into it? Who's going first?
You are.
I'll walk out. You do the first. You blind me.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, enjoy, everybody.
All right, everyone. So for the wine blind today, my white selection is actually a Pinot Gris from Alsace. I picked this because I kind of think I might stump Rob with this. I don't know how much Pinot Gris he drinks. I know some, but and I know being from Alsace rather than being a Pinot Grigio, that it's going to have a little bit more body, maybe a little bit more complexity to it. So we'll see if I stump him on that one. Maybe not, but anyway, it should drink pretty well, I would think. For the red wine, I chose a Barbera. I don't know how much Barbera that Rob actually drinks here. I think he drinks some. I think he likes it as a pizza wine. But this one is I guess a little bit more high end. It's a Barbera Superiore. And it was a little bit more expensive. This bottle cost me, it was definitely less than $30, but not my traditional, like around $20 Barbera. So we'll see. For frame of reference on the Pinot Gris, I think it was probably in the mid-20s range. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm personally a very big fan of Barbera, and I drink a fair amount of it. So it would be pretty familiar to me, but I'm not sure how much Rob drinks it. So we shall see. All right. Here's hoping that maybe I stump him a little bit. We'll see. Thanks, guys. I guess I should be filmed actually pouring these wines, so I'm going to pour the wines now.
All right, my buddy Matt got some wines in the glass.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all the whiskey, but Matt's not just a whiskey guy.
No, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. I'm a big wine guy. You guys may have heard some podcasts or watched a couple of episodes.
Been on a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah, so
Kids are getting older. You may be back more frequently.
Maybe so, or Rob can take the long road trip out to my house.
Anytime.
We can record here after the kids go to bed.
I was going to say, we're in your room. This is your whiskey room.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, anything I need to know, or just dive right in?
Dive right in. I can tell you these. I'll give you a couple hints. I'm not going to give you too much information, but these do come from two different countries.
Okay.
So we're gonna get some cat viewage right here. My cat just decided to just jump right behind me. His name is Max. And I've actually never had this. I've had the wine before, but I've never had the brand or
the producer.
The producer.
You've had the grape.
I've had the grape many times.
Yeah, I think I have too, just off the nose, but that doesn't mean I know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
It's just familiar.
I'm hoping I'm kind of trying to stump you a little bit. I don't know how much of this wine you drink.
Okay. But don't give me too many hints.
I'm trying not to.
You're helping me deduct. I'm going.
Yeah. No worries.
And by the way, we are both master sommeliers.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm high exalted.
We're just two guys who enjoy drinking wine, and we're going to do some blinds and have some fun. But we do like the exercise, this kind of process.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out. We do it with whiskey, and we love doing it with wine.
Absolutely, man. All right. Well, cheers. Let's
cheers.
At least get one of those out before we get you guessing.
It's a familiar nose. I mean, looking at it, it's got a little color on it where not a lot. I think this is probably not very much oak. I don't get a lot of oak on on the nose. Trying to, that wine blind tasting kind of the way you're supposed to do it is by, I like Max.
I mean,
stretch it out, Max.
He's looking royal back there.
Stretch it out, buddy. That deduction process.
Yeah.
What isn't it to get me to what it might be? And I'm not good at that. Because right away I go, I think it's this. Hold on, take your time.
I'm really bad about doing that. I just guess it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's that for sure.
I know what this is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Take a sip.
Okay. I like the wine. Let's start with that.
I like it too.
I think it's a very good wine.
The body's nice on this wine.
Well, it's got a little bit of texture, but it's got weight to it. It's got this mouthfeel that I really like.
Really wants to want to come back for more.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Even with Carter, he knows the,
I was a fan of The Office as well.
Yeah.
Acid's good. It's not like super blow you away acid, but like it's there.
I think it's got really good acid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I guess what I'm talking about is like, how some are, well, there's certain rinds from, let's just say, and this didn't come from this country, like New Zealand, like the grapefruity, really.
Just sharp, just kind of sticking it to you.
It's more rounded acid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To me, just kind of by the characteristics of this, I feel like it's going to come from a cooler climate. Just because it doesn't have this real bright kind of like sharpness to it, freshness to it. It's more, I feel like it either had some mallow or it's been on its lees a little bit. It's got this kind of creaminess to it, but not with a lot of oak. I'm not getting a lot of oak on this.
Yeah.
A little bit. So maybe like in a big barrique or something for a little bit of time.
I don't want to give too much away, dude. I mean, I love being an idiot on camera, though.
I'm an idiot all the time, dude.
It's the most amazing thing ever.
But this is a fun process, and I don't mind looking stupid for you guys' entertainment.
Yeah, me either. I never have.
Okay, I think this is really good.
I like this wine.
Can I cheat and ask questions? Do you think I've had this grape before?
You've definitely had it.
Okay.
For sure. I did not pick anything that you haven't had. For sure. But
so here's where I'm kind of at with this. I'm kind of going one place. Obviously it's not a Riesling. I don't think it's a Sauvignon Blanc. I don't think it's a Chardonnay.
We should probably also mention that we did have some restrictions about this wine blind.
Well, the really one restriction, which was under $40.
Under $40.
But nothing, I guess the second one would be nothing obscure, crazy from, an indigenous grape from Croatia or something like that.
Yeah, old world wine.
Something that's somewhat known and testable.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to make my call.
Okay, do it.
On the white. And we can reveal in a minute. I'm going to say this is an Albarino from Spain. And we can reveal later, but that's my guess for now on the white.
Okay. I'm going to have one last sip of it because I really like it.
That's really, really good. And if I'm going to call vintage, obviously, I don't know how to say it. Rias Bracious?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
something like that.
Don't ask me to speak anything other than American.
Yeah. And it's just taking me there for some reason, but that's what I'm going to call on that wine is Albarino from Rias Bracious, Spain.
Okay.
And vintage, I'm going to say it's a 2022. We'll see.
Yeah.
On to the red. Okay. All right.
I like this
with
gal.
A little red fruit in it.
Yeah. This gal smells good.
Yes, she does.
Ooh. I will say I've never had wine by this producer either. But it looked interesting, so I was like, okay, this sounds cool.
Okay. Really like the nose. I mean, it's to me a little bit of the red fruit forward, but I still get a little bit of that dark fruit just kind of behind it a little bit. Not like real crisp and sharp, more kind of full bodied and round. I won't call it ripe, but it has, where it's like starting to ripe a little bit. It's got a little bit of juice to it, ripeness to it.
You know what I like about this one, and I'm not giving anything away. This is just my initial on the nose. It's got a little bit of that background old world funk.
Yes, it does.
Just in the.
Well, and not as much old world funk as much as I just call it earthy.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this grape, and I know all these. I just can't remember which one it is.
Yeah,
I know this grape. Familiar. Yeah. I've had this before.
I've had this one.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, I like this.
That's like this cherry strawberry kind of explosion in my mouth.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that is what she said. It's a good explosion. Very fruit forward. The earthiness that I'm getting on the nose doesn't, to me, translate to the palate. How about for you? I'm getting more
a little bit in the background, but it's more fruit forward. But you know what I like about it is maybe I should let this open up a little bit. It does have a bit of a tannic, slight tannic note to it. I will say I just opened this wine about, 10 minutes ago, so. Good color.
Yep.
I like it.
So it's not what I would call a big, bold grape like a Syrah or a Cab or anything like that. To me, it falls more into that kind of delicate style of grape, which would be, like Sangiovese, or it doesn't have the tannins to be like a Barolo or anything. It would fall Grenache, Gamay, Pinot Noir. If I went Pinot Noir, I'd probably go New World if I was going to go Pinot Noir on this. And I think you could go Pinot Noir, New World. Cab Franc could be a Cab Franc. That's more in that kind of delicate kind of, but I don't get that pepper on it like I think about with the Cab Franc.
Oh, very drinkable though. Super.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the rim. I know the tablecloth's gray, but
yeah,
I don't think it has a lot of age on it. I'm going to say the vintage here, I'm going to stick with 2022. I think this is a 2022. Man. It's got a little bit of tannin to it.
Yeah.
Not a ton. So I'm kind of shifting from the Pinot Noir. I'm with you now. That old world earthiness is more prevalent now on my palate. The fruit was hitting me first, but as I take more drinks,
definitely. It's actually, I'm tasting it more dominantly now.
So I think this is an old world wine. I think this is from France. I think this is from Loire Valley, and I'm going to call it a Chenin Cabernet Franc.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to call it. That's my two calls.
Okay.
And I'm sure I'm way the fuck off.
You could be right. We're going to give the reveal soon.
Very unlikely.
Okay.
Shall we pull the bottles?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So the bottles are hidden over there. So we're going to go, Rob's going to go retrieve them really fast.
Where are they?
Right behind that table over there.
Okay. Oh, a Pinot Gris.
Uh-huh.
That is a nice wine.
Yeah.
I could see, getting Albarino with that. Oh, this is Barbera. It's very soft and delicate.
Yeah.
Not as
So this is a little bit, since we're back on.
Some age on this.
Yeah. So, and, let's talk about the white first. So I, usually, when I get Pinot Gris, I kind of just, in some of the big box stores, because, I tend to, they tend to be more convenient for me to go to.
Yep.
The big box stores, I tend to go like Trimbach and stuff like that. But I noticed this producer, and it was a little less expensive than Trimbach. And I was like...
And I know this producer too, very good one.
Yeah. I don't think I've had anything from him or them, but anyway, it was a little less expensive than Trimbach, and it was like, Pinot Gris, had some age, how could it be bad? And I thought it was. I know you drink some Pinot Gris, but I know you're not like always into it, or like drinking a lot of it. So it's like maybe I can stump him on this one.
Yeah, you stumped me on that one. I didn't get Pinot Gris on that at all, but I like that a lot. It's a very nice one.
But on the Barbera,
you got me there. I didn't think Italy. I thought this was French.
Okay, so this one is a little bit different. I mean, it's a 23 vintage on this Barbera. But this was a little bit more expensive Barbera. So it went a little bit more like this this guy here. It was, generally speaking, when I go buy a Barbera, it's around like $20.
Yeah.
Low 20s. This is more like high 20s.
Okay.
And so it was like, okay, well, maybe this is going to have a little bit more to it, and maybe some different subtleties that aren't normally in Barbera, a straightforward Barbera. So I thought maybe this might be a cool one to try.
Very cool one to try. And here's what throws me off is when I thought it was a younger wine, and I thought 22, it's 23. But when I think of when I think of getting that kind of earthiness on it, it takes me to France more than it does to Italy, especially up north to the Piedmont area.
Yeah.
And so I didn't think it was Italian at all, but I really like the wine.
Me too. I'm really into this wine.
Beautiful wine. All right, you're on deck. You ready to take it on now and see how you do?
Can't wait.
You're not going to do any worse than I did.
I can't wait to look like a fool.
Nah,
it's going to be terrible.
Just think, in a year, we're going to be knocking these out of the park.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. The palate's going to be so honed in.
The thing I would say is that even, masters of wine and master sommeliers will tell you, wine tasting's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
But it's still fun. It's fun to go through this exercise. If you're not doing them, you definitely should. Now you got to get your butt up and go because you're about to do one.
All right. See ya. Let's see what I do here.
Okay. I'm bringing two wines that I think Matt has had, but not a lot of. He kind of did the same thing to me with that Pinot Gris. I don't think Matt's had a lot of Albarino. I recently went to a tasting for Albarinos, and it was great. Got a bottle, and I thought it would be fun to bring this tonight, see what he thinks about it, and if he gets it right, or what does he end up calling this wine. So I think it's just going to be fun to see him taste this. I think Albarinos are great. This wine I have had. I think Matt, when he thinks about me and what I'm drinking now, I think if he's going to try to think about what I might bring, he's going to go right to Old World. And I'm trying to stump him a little bit by bringing a New World wine from Napa Valley. And if I go to Napa or Sonoma or somewhere in that region, one of my favorite grapes still to have from there is Zinfandel. And Frog's Leap makes a really good Zinfandel. I like there's a lot. I like Ridge. I like Frank Family, Bedrock. Make some great Zinfandels. So I've got a 2022 Zinfandel we're going to have Matt try. Brought it also because we're having some barbecue tonight, and I really like Zinfandel with some barbecue. So let's put these away after I pour them. We'll bring Matt back in. Let's see how he does.
Oh.
Okay, Matt is back.
Oh.
And now the shoe is on the other foot.
Oh, boy. All right. Well, hello, guys. How are you doing?
How's the pressure feel when it's flipped like this?
I feel like a diamond.
Yeah, about to get pressed?
Yeah.
Crushed?
Yeah, crushed.
You're a piece of coal right now? You're about to be a diamond? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. What are we doing here?
Got your little white going on.
Why are there bubbles in this?
You think there's some carbonic maceration or something?
Might be. Okay. The color's nice. Definitely getting kind of like this apple, honey. To swirl or not to swirl?
Swirl.
You think?
Swirl away. Yeah, I'm swirling.
But there's some.
I'm showing off my skills, dude.
But my bubbles, though.
I swirl champagne, dude.
Yeah, I don't do it.
I know.
I don't do it.
You and Chris Ruling.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, at least I'm among good company.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I don't know shit, so I swirl.
Okay.
And just so you know, it is a still one.
Okay.
So, first question, you know, like me, I go, I like it. Nose, do you like it or?
I do.
Okay. It's always a good start.
It's got a, you know, I mean, I wouldn't say it's like overly complex, but it's nice. It's nice, you know. Getting some notes of white wine that I like.
Okay.
In it.
Good.
All right, let's give it a try. It dies a little quick.
Okay. Short finish.
Short finish.
That's what she said. Hopefully not.
It's the best 90 seconds of your life.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I'm sure it was as good for you as it was for me.
Let me roll over. I'm tired.
All right, good night. It's the short kiss good night. It's got an interesting characteristic to it.
What do you think it's not? What would you eliminate? You'd go, I'm sure it's not what?
I don't think it's a Sauvignon Blanc or a Sancerre. I do not think that.
Okay.
I'm not getting that strong, grassy or grapefruit note or like anything like that. I'm not really getting that.
Okay.
I will say it would be interesting if it was a Gruner. Because it kind of has some qualities of it.
I can see that.
I just don't get that kind of as much of the, you know, kind of the green grassy notes of the Gruner that you get, but like it could be because, you know, some of that's a soft profile. But like things I like about Gruner kind of match for this wine.
Fair.
Albarino could be something like that. I could see that.
I could see that.
I don't think it's a Chablis. I think price point would kind of eliminate Chablis for the most part on that.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Not by price point. Chablis, you can still get some.
Yeah, you can still get some. But I don't think it's a Chablis. I think a Chablis would be more round. This is not quite as like round. And usually when I'm drinking Chardonnay, I know I'm drinking Chardonnay.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think that's it.
Okay.
I don't think that's it. Ooh.
Not a Riesling?
It could be a dry Riesling, I guess. It's not really super, like, it doesn't have like this great sweetness to it. It has some, but.
What about the aromatics of this to what you think you get on a Riesling?
Similar.
Similar? Okay.
Could be a Riesling. Now that you're mentioning it.
I'm not trying to plant seeds. I'm just kind of going through the process.
My first thought was a Gruner, so I'm going to go with a Gruner.
Okay. Gruner's your call on the wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the wine.
Okay, that's the most important thing.
I would say I like the wine. It's good. I think this would be like a kick butt bottle of wine by the pool.
Okay, I can see that for sure. Yeah.
Like just like a hot outside in the pool. This is a good pool wine.
Is there anything about the mouthfeel that stands out to you?
Yeah.
I mean, you've made your call now.
It does have like some of that, I don't know, what do you call it? malolactic type of like
body
creaminess to it. I've already
but
said
not
Gruner,
that kind of oaky influence. It's not there. It's just kind of the texture part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but
Gruner's the call.
Gruner's the call.
All right. On to reds we go.
Oh, baby. That's fruit. Yeah, I mean, I know it's Pride.
Hello.
I know it's Pride Month and everything, but you can probably cut that.
Hello.
Hello. Holy moly. Well, do you have some brie for this?
Yeah. Or this is the barbecue sauce.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
I thought you might want some barbecue sauce.
Holy moly. That is that's grandma's preserves. Oh man! All right. Well,
do you like the nose, or is it too over?
I like. It's surprising. I wasn't.
Why is it surprising?
I thought you would bring some, tertiary noted, like complex thing, and you bring me this. I mean, I don't hate it.
Do you think that was strategic?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't hate it. It's who doesn't like to smell fruit?
Yeah.
That's let's go ahead and talk about this. There's some people in this world that are like, oh, such a fruit bomb, gross. And I'm like, sometimes you want that.
Sometimes you want that. There's a place for it for sure.
Yeah. So don't be a hater, all right?
Let's try it on the palate and see what you think.
All right, let's go. It's similar.
So to me, the fruit's not as strong.
Is it?
Now I get a little bit more balance of some earthiness to it. You don't get that?
Is this communion? This is the blood, right?
So you think this is in your mouth? It's I shouldn't have said that.
Oh God!
When the juice is in your mouth, how do you feel?
I feel alive. Oh,
I quite like it on the palate. I wanted to sound British there.
I quite like it on the palate.
How did I do?
Well, that was
I quite
terrible.
like this on the palate.
Oi, I quite like this on the palate. Oh boy, don't leave that in.
Yeah, that's like a big old glass of grape juice.
Big old bomb. You know what? No, it is getting more complex as I drink it.
Yeah.
So I'll give it. I actually like the wine.
I do too.
I'm sitting here joking around like, what are you doing? But I do like.
Well,
wine.
you didn't expect this from me.
No, I did not.
Yeah,
I did not. This was a curveball.
Yeah. I'm you'll see it. I came in saying, I think Matt, if he knows I'm doing a blind, he's going to have an expectation of style of wine, old world.
Yeah.
And we'll see what he thinks about this. Now, this might be old world from an area that produces wines like this. You never know.
Color
might be from Argentina too. You never know.
Color-wise,
what are some grapes that you don't are eliminated for you? What do you go? And this isn't what?
I don't. Well, I'm kind of ruling out Italy here. I don't think this is an Italian wine.
Okay, so not my favorite. It's not Sangiovese.
Not Sangiovese.
Okay.
This is not a Barolo. This is not anything like that. It's not a Barbera. I don't think. It could be. I guess it could be, but because those are really fruity sometimes, but a lot of times could be, but I don't think so.
Okay. What else is it not?
It's not Pinot Noir. It's not it's not Burgundy or Beaujolais. I don't think. I don't.
Cabernet?
I doubt it.
Okay, you don't have a whole lot left.
I feel like it's almost like Grenache or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be something in that.
From
vein.
where? Old World?
I think so.
Okay.
See, I think if there's an area that I don't know very well, which is I know Spain makes a lot of Grenache, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about this is going to be like a This is a wine that I don't drink. I think it's a
grape that you don't drink.
Yeah, this is like a variety. Yeah, this is a grape. Well, I drink Grenache, but I don't think it's a style of Grenache that I drink.
Are you calling this Grenache? Is that your call?
I'm going to call it Grenache. I just don't know what it is.
Okay, but you think it's Old World?
I do think it's Old World.
Yeah.
I'm going to narrow it down. I think it's probably Spain.
Okay. Can we bring them out?
Yeah, bring them out.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this party. I mean, if somebody would have given this wine to me like in college, I probably would have like become.
Man, that hurts my feelings.
All right, what we got? Albarino, so I almost got it right. A Zinfandel. I thought we weren't going to do New World.
Why wouldn't we do New World?
I thought the requirement was Old World.
No, there was no Old World. The requirement was can't be an obscure grape. It's got to be $40 or less.
Oh, that would have swayed my judgment a little bit.
I thought you were going to go New World.
Well, it tasted New World, but I thought it was Old World. The requirements were Old World.
No. That's why I asked you if you thought it was New World or Old World.
Well, you've already screwed. I wouldn't have gotten it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Don't let me fool you.
I haven't had this producer in a while. I've had Frog's Leaf Zinfandel. It is jammy. It is jammy.
This is more jammy than most Zinfandels I drink.
Yeah. I think Bedrock and Ridge are probably a little bit more my style. This isn't bad. I thought, you know what? Let me get a Zinfandel and throw that in there because we're having barbecue.
Yeah.
I thought it might have a little more spice on it. You know, you think about Zinfandel sometimes have that little spice. Supposed to go with barbecue well. I think it does. The right ones, but this is it's got enough sugar in it. It'll.
yeah. I know why the frog's leaping. He's all jacked up on sugar.
Yeah. Here.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
So it's on the cork right here. Oh man! Now that's funny. Now the Albarino is good though. I do like that one.
Albarino's good.
Yeah, I mean, but like, what was the price point on the Albarino?
$20.
Yes, it's perfect.
This was 36.
Oh boy,
I want to see their reaction.
I do too.
Yeah. Well, this has been fun. Hopefully, you'll start seeing Carter a little bit more. Got two young, beautiful girls, so life is happening. But when we can carve out some time, we sure enjoy doing this.
Absolutely, man.
All right, man. If you haven't liked and subscribed and hit that notification bell already, please do that. We appreciate you watching. We have a blast doing this. We'll be back doing more. We'll see you guys on the next one.
See you guys.
Oh, you got nothing. Take that sip.
Well, I got a little bit.